Welcome to the Queen City of Cincinnati, and one of the most historic venues in all of college football. Nippert Stadium, home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats. The Bearcats will put it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Arizona Wildcats offense will take the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
They'll leave it with him. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Finds his tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. After the incompletion on second down, it's third and inches. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
They'll throw it on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's going to run it. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Running behind that left side. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick completion on the out. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. He's got the back in the middle. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and time.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water guns, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. So the Cincinnati Bearcats offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. From the gun. Coming after it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
Takes the handoff. It's fouled. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to...
It's a fumble. And the defense has got it. They're trying to pick up some yards.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't go under the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That's caught. It's Jones. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, create enough separation to create a positive gain.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Splits the uprights. Good. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a first down. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. The Bearcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Leaves it with the back. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
The give from the gun. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it goes through Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. They're trying to eat up some clock here. Ninth play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Completes it in the middle. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Here we go with the run on 4th down. The Wildcats will move the sticks. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Shaw. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. That's a 5. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On the ground with the counter. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's complete on the right side. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A high kick trying to pin them deep. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here.
He lofts one down the sideline. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop it back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Arizona in a hurry. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Fires left. Makes the grab. Got a lot of running room. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Trying to break the plane on second and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline to be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his big tight end. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Got his man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juice. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Started off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Fair catch called for and made. Just enough time for one final play in this half. back to pass. It's Fafita. Pressure coming. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. Arizona set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Bearcats want to pick up the tempo. Third down play from the gun. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Here comes the option. Now the toss. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to throw. It's Fafita. Buys a little time with his feet. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
Man, the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him. Or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Wants to throw on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. I'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Alabama. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional, and they're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Comes out throwing on first down. And the pass hits, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bearcats. And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires one high and deep. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's got it.
Okay, big fella, go get yourself some yak. How about the fullback making the catch and then showing you what he can do out in the open field?
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll try to run for it. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The Bearcats just inside the 40. Offense set on first down. From the gun, the ground game. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
He now has 110 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Wildcats with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Fafita. He'll take the deep shot. And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. It's a draw. Brought to the ground, but not before getting it up for the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bearcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Lofts one high and deep. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. With that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Looking for a big play. Pulls it in on the left. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. From the red zone, looking for a space. Using the quick game. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Going to to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw on second down. Finds his man. It's battle. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
He wants to throw it again. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
He's moving out of the pocket. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
They give him the rock again on second and goal. Relentless puff running gets it down to the 4.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get it.
Intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this dude.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Handoff from the gun. Tackle is made after the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Arizona going back to work with another first down. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Makes one man miss. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run it here on the jet sweep. Looks as if Arizona will have enough to move the chains.
This defense is in for a long day because they're not going to have to only play with great awareness and eye discipline. They're going to have to be willing to run sideline to sideline and have to try to shut down receivers like that on jet sweeps.
They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the fourth quarter, you got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Scanning the field, it's Fafita. Lofts one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. No return coming. He'll call for the Bearcats. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. The Bearcats racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the crow route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Pocket starts to collapse. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully, get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
And that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the stomping has commenced. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner will be brought down.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way back up.
Finds the tight end. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Quick timeout by by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're working that left side. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. A 1st down for the offense. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Coming after him. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The receiver's telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and downs. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he reels it in inside the 30. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that.